It doesn't get more high stakes than this. We're talking about one of the most intense situations in all of sports, a penalty shootout. But this isn't just any old game. A spot in the FIFA World Cup is on the line. After 120 minutes of absolutely grueling soccer, it all comes down to this.
You know, the announcer on the broadcast, he nailed it. Every single player, every fan packed into that stadium, and millions of us watching at home are just holding our breath. For one team, it's a shot at ultimate glory. For the other, it's the edge of a cliff. This is where legends get made and hearts get shattered. So who do we have in the ring? Well, on one side, you've got a global football powerhouse. And on the other, a scrappy, resilient underdog nation that is desperate to make their mark on the world stage. Let's break down this unbelievable David versus Goliath matchup. Okay, this is where the story gets really juicy. Look at the difference here. You have Italy, the giants, staring down something just unthinkable for them, failing to qualify for a third straight World Cup. For a country with their history, the pressure is just off the charts. But then you have Bosnia and Herzegovina, and they're fighting for a dream, to get back to the world's biggest tournament for the first time since 2014. It's the classic tale, right? Legacy versus pure aspiration.
All right, so the shootout gets underway, and the mental game begins. It's not just about skill anymore, it's all about nerve. And right from the very first kick, we see how this massive pressure can turn the most unlikely players into heroes. So get this. Bosnia sends out Benjamin Tahirovic to take the first critical kick. I want you to just think about this for a second. You have never, ever taken a penalty in a professional shootout in your entire career. And the very first one is against Italy's superstar keeper, Gianluigi Donnarumma, with a World Cup on the line. I mean, you can't even imagine that kind of pressure. And what does he do? He delivers. He just calmly steps up, sends one of the best keepers in the world the wrong way, and buries the ball in the net. Just incredible composure. And with that, all the pressure swings right back onto the favorites. Bosnia leads 1-0. So now it's Italy's turn. And who do they send up? A 20-year-old, Pio Esposito. This is the kid who had a chance to win it for them in extra time, but got denied. Now he's walking to the spot with, as the commentator said, the weight of an entire nation on his shoulders. He has to score. And this is a perfect illustration of what that mental tool looks like. He runs up, tries to just blast it with power, and sends it sailing way over the crossbar. It's a shocking miss. The psychological weight was just too much, and boom, just like that, the underdog has a huge advantage. Italy is already behind the 8 ball. Okay, let's see how this builds. After that initial shock, you might think things would get sloppy, right? No way. Both teams settle in, and what we see next is just a masterclass in how to take a penalty. With the stakes higher than ever, the execution becomes absolutely flawless. So next up for Bosnia is Haris Tabakovic. This is the guy whose goal got them here in the first place. And he's staring down the incredible presence of Donnarumma, a 6'5" giant in goal. Tabakovic has to be perfect here. And he is. He is absolutely perfect. He smashes the ball into the top corner. I mean, Donnarumma even guessed the right way, but it didn't matter. The shot was simply unstoppable. That's a statement. It shows Bosnia is not backing down. They're up 2-0. The pressure on Italy is now just suffocating. But their experienced midfielder Sandro Tonali shows everyone why he's a top-tier player. He steps up, cool as you like, waits for the keeper to make a move, and just slots it home. For a second, the roaring home crowd goes silent. Italy's on the board, but they're still down 2-1. So who does Bosnia send up next? An 18-year-old. But hey, Karim Alimovic isn't just any teenager. He was the hero just a few days ago, scoring the winning penalty in their last shootout. So with all the confidence in the world, he steps up and does it again. Bosnia is a perfect 3 for 3. And this right here, this is the moment where the whole story shifts. Italy is completely out of chances. One more mistake, and their World Cup dream is toast. Meanwhile, for Bosnia, history is so close they can taste it. Italy's third player is Bryan Cristante. He has to score. There is no other option. If he misses, Bosnia gets a kick to win it all. You could cut the tension with a knife. He steps up, strikes it, pang, off the crossbar, and it stays out. A second miss for Italy. The stadium absolutely erupts. You can see the pure devastation on the Italian players' faces. For Bosnia, it's just disbelief and this sudden realization of what's about to happen. So here's the situation. It's 3-1. If Bosnia scores this next penalty, it is over. They are going to the World Cup. It all comes down to one single kick to make history.
And the player who's stepping up to take this historic kick, well, he has one of the most incredible backstories you could possibly imagine. This isn't just a story about Bosnia anymore, it's also a story about a kid from the American Midwest. Meet Esmir Buric-Terovich. He's a 21-year-old from Appleton, Wisconsin, and his nickname is the Milwaukee Messi. He came up through the New England Revolution's Academy, and now he has the chance to send the country of his heritage to the World Cup. I mean, you couldn't write a better script. He runs up, strikes the ball, it slides under Donnarumma, and it's in! He's done it! The kid from Wisconsin has sent Bosnia and Herzegovina to the World Cup. The stadium just explodes into pure chaos and joy. Players, coaches, fans, everyone is just overcome. An absolutely historic moment. But on the other side of that incredible celebration is just pure, unfiltered heartbreak. For Italy, a nation that truly lives and breathes soccer, this loss means they will now miss their third straight World Cup. It's an almost unbelievable failure for one of the sport's biggest giants. But let's finish with the victors, because this wasn't just a soccer game. For the nation of Bosnia and Herzegovina, a country that has been through so much, this win is a moment of pure, unadulterated joy. It's a symbol of their resilience, of hope, and of the unbelievable power of sports to bring an entire nation together. It's just an incredible reminder of how razor-thin the line between triumph and despair really is in sports. A whole country's fate came down to a few kicks from 12 yards away. So I've got to ask you, what's the most dramatic sporting moment you've ever seen? The one that gave you chills and reminded you exactly why we love to watch?